Almost went to Brazilian YouTuber content. Alright, I saved your ass. Now you're gonna watch my slop content. One tier away from getting German Eurofighter. Nice, dude. I gave up grinding ever since I ran out of premium. Like, playing the fucking tornado is already a fucking chore. I'm not gonna do it without premium, dude. Hell no. Okay, all SPA is gone. You should let me use your account so I don't get bored. I'll use your J10.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
There's an F-15 somewhere in there. Oh, I see him. You don't see him, but I do. He's right there. I'm gonna dive. I don't have radar HMD to actually counterattack him. So drop the fuel tank. I don't need it. Now I just need to find him. I think an ally might have shot a missile at him. Oh, I see a missile trail coming from this direction. One enemy dead. Alright, well, they exploded already. Okay, that's the allied Rafale. Now I go gun down these guys.
Over G. Altitude. Over G. Altitude. Over G.
Here's the F-16.
Over G. Over G.
I'm gonna take a gamble, see if I can merge with him, kill him with guns.
Over G. Missile. We're losing.
Motherfucker.
Over G. Altitude. Altitude. Missile. Missile.
Yeah, okay. Oh, he's a Mexican. Not relevant, but maybe it is if you use your imagination. All he had to do was literally look at me to be able to IFF. Wow, exciting gameplay. Literally just wasting everyone's time playing this bracket and streaming. That motherfucker hasn't killed the F-16, by the way. Okay, this is surveillance.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
And this is an actual enemy. Ally died, good.
Lock. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Altitude. Altitude.
That's still the surveillance. There's still people dogfighting in there. Drop GPU 39s on the SPA. I'm gonna start finishing those ground battles. Gonna wait to get a little bit closer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still missing one SPAA somewhere. This one, I don't really know if I shot at that one already. Right, I'll say 1 GBU for the last SPA because I don't remember which one I missed. I'll go get these ones. Somebody climbing in the cons. Oh, that motherfucker. Okay, there's 3 more here. They're gone. That's the last SPA. Oh, joiners. Squish is here. Gonna win. Just gonna force the win. I'm gonna use the paved way on a tank. Lofted. I see someone there in the canyon. That's a flanker. Okay. We are safe for now. Turn on the radar. Point it towards the canyon. See if there's somebody coming. Squish just violated some guy. Okay, there's only 4 light vehicles I can destroy with guns. Don't worry, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna start like doing air to air. Three, there's 2 left. Yeah, I have full control of the radar, elevation, tilt, everything. I do everything manually. Need to land these bullets on the engine deck. I did, but they didn't pend. Okay, I'm just gonna destroy this last one and I'm gonna start going for players. There's a few joiners, so It's filling up slowly. Okay, gone. Brother, who are you gonna fight? Well, US players, who else? You know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna leave this guy alive. Need to get a good angle like this, maybe. Just need to land the bullets on the engine deck. Nah, just destroy the transmission, I think. I don't think I set it on fire. Well, there's an underground battle in there too. Okay. Looks like you have 3 minutes of fun. Actually, it might be 2.5 because Squish is also playing.
Lock. Over G. Over G.
10-kilometer shot. He might multipath that one. Maybe not.
Over G.
Nope. F-16. Very close. This guy.
Over G. Lock. Over G. Over G. Over G.
He ate it. Now I need to see who this guy is. Enemy. Another one. Wait, is it actually? Hold on. No. Okay, actually it is. Was.
Over G. Over G. Missile. Bingo. Check fuel. Bingo. Bingo. Lock. Lock.
Oh, this guy's in the clouds.
Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Check fuel. Over G. Over G. Missile. Bingo. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Check fuel.
Now there's an F-16 somewhere close.
Over G.
I see him.
Over G. Bingo. Over G. Altitude. Check fuel. Over G.
Ah,
Altitude. AOA. AOA. Over G. Over G.
really wish he would have team killed me so he gets the fuck out of the match. Contrail.
Bingo. 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 Check fuel.
I'm carrying air-to-ground ordnance, so I get to take BOL pods. So right now I have like 240 plus 60, something like that.
Check fuel.
Want to see if he's flying away or not. He is. Hmm.
Check fuel. Bingo.
Rough all.
Bingo.
Want to see if I can force the merge with somebody.
Jet fuel.
Well, okay. They don't want to play.
Check fuel.
She's being chased by this Rafale.
Check fuel. Over G. Over G.
It's a Hornet.
Over G. Check fuel. Over G. Warning. Fuel low. Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Check fuel. Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Check fuel.
I don't have a lot of ammo though.
Over G. Over G. Roll right. Roll right. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Missile. 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 Missile.
Okay, well, I fucked this up. I don't have ammo to actually hit him properly, I think.
Over G. Warning. Low.
She's just flying in a weird angle now.
Warning. Fuel low. Warning.
Yeah, now it's over.
Altitude. Altitude. Over G. Over G. Pull up. Pull up. Missile. Missile. Over G. Over G. Missile. Missile.
Do I get team kill or what? What's happening? Hmm. Well, it wasn't coming towards me. Okay. No, it's the French one. French 16. Kind of wanted to play Rafale, but it will be way too unfair. So I mean, I nerfed myself to do cast. I would probably be playing this thing 24/7 in top tier sim if maybe it only had radar HMD. Because not having radar HMD basically means you cannot transition between offense and defense as quickly as any other person can. So, you know, for counterattacking and stuff like that, like, HMD just makes it so much easier. Without HMD just basically means you would have to point your radar accurately to where the target is in order to counterattack. Is it true that a single pop countermeasures is coming to the F-16? I don't really know. I haven't seen anything about that.
Lock.
Okay, there's a contrail here.
Lock.
Another contrail there. Okay. So we have two people in contrails. Gonna speed up, gain altitude. Lofted. Nah, I'm gonna wait for him to get closer. I'm just gonna notch these ones.
Over G. Over G.
They're gone. We recommit.
Over G. Lock.
One of them is recommitting.
Lock.
Seems like the other one also is.
Over G. Over G.
One down.
Over G.
I'm gonna keep accelerating just below the clouds, see if maybe he doesn't see me in time. Oh, he does.
Lock. Over G. 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 Over G.
Just wasting way too many missiles on a single guy. This is why I don't like doing BBR. It's not a very effective gameplay. I'm gonna climb really aggressively here. Loft the shit out of this missile.
Lock.
A little bit more. A little bit more. There. I'm just gonna chase his ass towards the airfield. Yeah, he's just running towards the airfield.
Critical speed.
You guys definitely don't see him, but I do.
Over G. Mango. Mango. Check fuel. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Lock. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G.
He crashed. Excellent. Wasted my fucking time.
Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Mango. Mango.
So every single one of you knows me, or has known me for a while, knows exactly what I'm gonna do now.
Check fuel.
You're not gonna waste my fucking time again. Oh, I thought he had respawned. Never mind, he didn't.
Check fuel. Over G. AOA. AOA. Check fuel. Check fuel. AOA. 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 Bingo. AOA.
Hmm. I was almost sure he had respawned. Oh well. Did he leave or what? No.
Bingo. Bingo.
Hmm. Fucking waste of time. What I just did is called not giving a fuck and rearming faster. Hold on. Who was the guy who crashed? Jar Jar Barracks.
Lock.
Got someone right there on the deck.
Lock.
Just looking at those loops in the contrails just leads me to believe that's Squish. Oh, look, that guy crashed. Me when people cannot even multipath properly.
Lock.
This guy is medium altitude. Yeah, that's definitely Squish all the way there doing the vertical loops.
Lock. Lock.
Okay, where is this guy? He just exploded. Okay.
Lock.
Next one is this guy. All the way there. Squish sees him. He's attacking him.
Lock.
He is right there. He's pitching up towards him. He's gonna eat shit. Oh, he already did. Yeah, there we go.
Lock.
Move after me.
Okay, this guy is definitely gonna shoot at me just a little bit. Gonna try to crank a little bit softly, so to say. Retain my speed.
Lock.
He's right there. He shot. Gonna wait for a moment. Crank in the other direction.
Lock.
Fire my missile.
Over G.
And loop.
Over G. Over G.
Missile is gone. Turn on back the radar. Point it in that direction again. He just died. Oh, hold on.
Over G.
Who's this? Who's this? Rafal. I might have safe squish. Yep. This guy is already defending. I'm not gonna bother firing yet.
Over G. Over G.
Missile is gone. He's dead. Okay, airfields, they have one there. One here, and the other one is far south. Okay. So this guy is just taking off from this airfield. An F4.
Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Lock. Over G. Over G.
Okay, where the fuck is he? Hello?
Over G. Over G. Over G. Lock. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Lock.
This guy is doing Beyblades. Literally refusing to do anything other than spawn cam. Just spawn better, buddy.
Mango.
I see him.
Over G. Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Roll right. Over G. Lock. Lock. Check fuel. Check fuel. Altitude. Altitude. Over G. Over G. Altitude. Altitude. Over G. Over G. Mango.
They're not taking off well enough.
Mango. Over G.
Destroy squish for 10 bits? Nah, I don't do this shit for money. No, no, no. Oh.
Check fuel.
It's not about the money, it's about sending a message. Where are they? One of them is taking off.
Check fuel. Over G. Go. Mango. Over G. Mango. Over G. Check fuel. Over G. Over G. Check fuel. Over G. Over G. Roll right. Check fuel. Over G. Over G. Over G. Altitude. Altitude. Over G. Over G. Mango.
They are being outplayed by somebody who exploits Gaijin's incompetence in designing a good game mode.
Check fuel. Altitude. Altitude. Over
Sorry, if spawn camping happens this easy, it means that Gaijin wants it to happen.
Check fuel. Check fuel. Over G. Over G.
Easy as that. Come on.
Air brake on. Air brake on. Over G. Over G. Over G. AOA. AOA. Altitude. 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 Warning. Fuel low.
That guy must be having fun. Yes. They're just gonna keep spawning on the same runway. I'm just gonna keep killing them on the same runway too. Like, this is basically a map feature. Kind of similar to Afghanistan, where blue team has a fuck ton of mountains in front of their spawn for people to rat and hide in, so they get ambushed. Well, this is kind of the same thing, but easier. Because at least in Afghanistan, the bases are kind of deep inside the mountains. Here, like, it's literally just right in front, this little ditch. So you gonna keep spawning there or no? I guess no.
Over G. Warning. Fuel low.
Okay, that guy had a brain respawn on the completely different direction. That's like what they should have done ages ago. Alright, well, I don't see anyone nearby, so I wouldn't be denying the kill to anyone. I'm just making sure.
Over G.
Okay, well, there is nobody nearby, therefore I can just do this.
Low.
Okay, let's do CAS. Because doing CAS is fun. Is this a plane game? Yeah, actually it's gotta be one of the plane games ever that I've possibly ever played. It's one of those games. One of the plane games of all time, in one of the game modes of all time, in one of the planes of all time. That's not looking ruffles. Dude, I'm holding back, okay? I'm literally holding back. Because otherwise, like, everyone will have already left ages ago. Like, I cannot even have that much fun in Rafale anyway, because everyone just leaves so easily. Like, it's literally not fun. Don't hold back, show us your true colors. No, it's not even boards, it's spawning in Rafale anymore. Like, look at this. And that guy team killed. Cool. I used to show my true colors around a year ago. Like, really truest colors I've ever shown to anyone. You wanna know how I did it? With this bad boy here. You wanna know what? I could probably just hover above one of their airfields and just keep raining Mavericks as they spawn in. But it's probably not gonna be very effective because Mavericks are way too slow. So by the time the Maverick gets close enough, they're already taking off and he won't be able to pull hard enough. There used to be a ground battle here, but oh, there he is. Yeah, those were really good times, dude. I loved being so massively outnumbered like that. Like, there was a point, like, the month before we received the F-15E, like, I was getting, like, two or three matches a week with more than 40 kills each. Like, multiple times a week. It was absolutely glorious. Now that doesn't happen anymore because blue teams don't want to play. Like, look, my entire team melted, so they don't want to play either. But all it takes is someone like me and Squish, which we always stick around for basically the entire duration of the map. We do not quit. So all that it takes is a player with thumbs that actually sticks around for most of the match, and they just start melting one after the other after the other. Slow down. Oh, what the fuck? Right. Yeah, pretty much is whatever team doesn't have a Rafale. But at the same time, like just an hour ago, I played SU-30 on Denmark against France, and they still lost. Because again, we had a few people who refused to leave, and they actually decided to fight for the team. And they ended up losing anyway. I'm saving my ground ordnance for a convoy. This one. And we're down to 2. Surprise, surprise. What the fuck is that, dude? Dude. Okay, I'm being victim of Gaijin's incompetence. American planes suffer. Did you see that? He lost. Therefore, French bias. It's always the French getting the best variants of American planes. It's worse in test flights. Sin, do you do wagers in sim? Nah. I literally never used them. Always forget. He got this guy with a fucking ET. That's so mean. Do it again. Where's the SPA there? Shut the fuck up, don't tell me how to play. Okay. Alright. SPA is gone.
AOA. Altitude.
What the fuck?
Altitude.
Oh, he was shooting the guys that were outside of the road. Alright. We're down to 1. F-22 next batch. Did you see the fucking 5th gens apparently got leaked? Like Gaijin is already working on them. So I'm assuming they're gonna do the exact same thing they did with Fox 3s, where every single nation gets them at the same time. And boy, I think US mains are gonna be in for a surprise when Su-57 ends up not being dog shit as they think it is. Or J-20. Like, just the fucking weaponry and systems of the Su-57 is gonna make it so fucking cracked. Where's my bomb? There you go.
Over G. Over G. Over G. Altitude.
SBAA.
Over G.
Get 'em, pave way.
Over G. Over G. Altitude. Altitude. Over G. Over G. Over G.
This is kind of an issue. Oh, I'm out of chaff. I'm cooked.
Over G. Warning.
Yeah, I was out of chaff. I didn't notice. Is that leak even to be trusted? Yeah, it came from one of the actual guys that is reliable. One of the few guys that is actually reliable, that is. I'm just gonna... I'm alone, I guess.
Air. Air.
Like, the guy who leaked, well, quote-unquote leaked the 5th gens is the same guy that leaked... he basically leaked the assets and the game mode for suppression of enemy air defenses, and he leaked that like 5 months in advance or some shit. Also the guy that leaked the SU-30 last year. So, you know, I guess it's trustworthy, kind of, I think. So I'm guessing they're just gonna slowly start working on 5th gens already, because pretty sure they're gonna do like the exact same thing again, where every nation gets them at the same time. Russia and US have a missile mid-off, though all the good missiles are Chinese, European, or Israeli. I think the worst overall are the American ones. Like, overall. Russian missiles are definitely up there. But yeah, there's some really scary stuff. The Europeans have the Meteor, and the Chinese have PL-16, no, PL-15 and PL-17, which are disgusting. But the thing is, the United States basically got married with the A120 design and the A9X, which are good, like they're decent, but I don't think these missiles kinematically hold a candle to anything else. Like A9X compared to all the other thrust vectoring missiles, like from every single other country, is gonna be far worse because it has the same rocket motor as the 9M, and it basically has no use whatsoever to pull thrust vectoring maneuvers when you actually need them the most. So also the like the quote that the Seeker of the 9X is one of the best in the world kind of doesn't matter because they're all gonna be unflareable anyway. So it doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. And the thing about the M120 is, like, the new modern versions of the M120, like, I think they had just a slightly stronger rocket booster and whatnot, but it's still a very lightweight missile, and the form factor is still the same. So, like, you have to keep in mind that weight is gonna transfer into momentum. And momentum is what actually allows a missile to have actual kinematics. But what they do with more and more modern missiles, like the form factor of the M120, is they just basically cram a longer lasting battery in them. That way, a super long lasting battery will basically allow the missile to have a kind of inflated range when you launch it from like something like the F-22 Raptor, which can fly Mach 2 up 50,000 feet and just eat the shit out of those missiles. So like in actual physical kinematics, I don't think the M120 is gonna hold candle to the other stuff. Like I think the only one that is like genuinely credible on having like really good performance would be the D variant. I don't really know if the D has blocks or models or whatever the fuck, but I believe the M120D has an even stronger rocket motor because, you know, if you have super modern electronics that are even more powerful and smaller, that means you will have more room inside the missile to put more fuel in it. So like the only missile, like the only M120 that is like incredibly good would be like the latest variants of the D model, but who even knows if we're gonna get those. Now Russia still has 77-1, which is like genuinely pretty good. I don't really know if they have 77M in service, if it's even produced or not, because I think it's just been like on testing ever since forever. So like I think compared to every single other nations, maybe Russia could be a little bit behind in terms of like medium to long range, because they basically jump from 77-1 all the way up to 37M. So our 37M is gonna be really fucking hilarious because it's basically like, imagine a Fakur 90 with even better seeker, better lofting, better battery life, and arguably better rocket motor. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the Fakur 90 is hard capped to 135 kilometer range. So if you fire Fakur 90 from pretty much perfect parameters, it will very easily reach this cap and it's gonna still hold like Mach 2 or Mach 3 plus speeds at the very end. So if you take a Fakur 90 and you put it on a much more powerful kinematic platform like Su-35S or even Su-57, you will be able to fire this missile from insanely good parameters, and it's also gonna be insanely cracked, and you won't be able to multipath it either, so it's gonna be hilarious. $77M is still not in servers. Yeah, I imagine. Would be really fucking nasty because it would basically be Russian equivalent to PL-15, so it has a dual pulse motor. Basically means that the missile has a very potent main charge, probably with sustainer, main booster and whatnot, and then it has a very small fuel reserve that it activates when it goes pitbull, so the missile accelerates again. So you can basically think of it like a missile that has its own portable no escape zone of quite a few kilometers. I would say probably the plane I'm the most excited for is gonna be the SU-35, because the SU-35 has an absolutely massive radar, really fucking powerful, and the best thing about the SU-35's radar is that it has a gimbal limit that goes beyond the shoulder, so you can actually lock and track people that are behind you. Basically means with the SU-35 you'll be able to engage people while notching if you want. So for flying defensively, you can just take SU-35, and it's literally like GG, just fucking notch and wait until merge. Now, I'm gonna assume for game balance decisions, it's very likely that ASA radars and PESA radars are still gonna ping your RWR anyway. So even if the F-22 is stealthy and you cannot lock it up, wow, he crashed. So even if something like the F-22 is stealthy and whatnot, you can just notch and wait for him to get close, and easy. I think it's beyond 180 degrees, it's around 240, 250. But that radar can definitely look beyond the shoulder. As for the flight model, there is a custom mission that allows you to copy-paste flight models into the mod. I already tried it, and what I did is I copy-pasted the SU-30 flight model we currently have in game, and I increased the overall thrust by around 12% to simulate the upgraded engines from the SU-35S. And the TLDR is the flight model is still absolutely dogshit, and the high-speed compression is even worse. So what I keep telling everyone is SU-35S is basically just gonna be SU-30 that compresses even more because it has way too much engine power and doesn't really pull hard enough. So the flanker flight model overall is so insanely cooked. Like the flight model entirely is so fucking cooked, especially at slow speeds, that even an upgrade in engines is barely gonna make a difference at slower speeds. Because the problem is not even drag, like plane slowing down is okay, yeah, to be expected. The main issue with the flanker is just the lack of lift. So that basically means that pulling the stick all the way back, pulling that much AOA gets you very little in return. Another way of looking at it is on flankers, even if they are like min fuel or whatever you want to call it. Even if you are like min fuel and you pull the stick all the way back, pretty much every single plane will be able to pull even harder at slower speeds than the flanker. So it doesn't matter if you're like 1 second of fuel in the flanker and you pull the stick all the way back, there's still gonna be planes capable of pulling even more Gs at lower speeds because they actually have more lift, so they can change their momentum more aggressively. He respawned again. Like the only hope for flanker flight model would be to get F-22 and modern transvectoring missiles into the game. That might just push Gaijin into reworking the flight model, because flanker doesn't need a buff, it needs a whole rework. Because currently the flanker rate fights too well, and it sucks ass at low speeds, which it shouldn't. Oh well, there you go. Like the only hope, like the only copium would be the Su-57. It's probably gonna be like the only good high tier flight model for Russia because it's completely made up and there's barely any public information for it. So because there's barely any information, you can actually, like, Gaijin can just make it up if they want, which is likely what they're gonna do. Hmm. I'll go play Rocky Canyon with. Wait, what? Why cannot I join? Huh? What? What the fuck do you mean? Right, there we go. I'm gonna play some MiG-29. SU-35 has increased weight, needs the AL-41 to not fall out of the sky. Yeah, well, what the flanker needs to not fall out of the sky is actually get the lift that it's missing. Actually, kind of the same problem is the one that makes the MiG-29 so dogshit. It's the lack of lift. So, when you pull the stick all the way back and you pull AOA and you bleed speed, you barely get any position in return. You don't get any turn in return, that is. However, there's planes like fucking Rafale that can still pull all the fucking 14 Gs at almost 600 kph. And the upcoming F2 was also gonna be able to do that. So I don't know if some of you use StatShark. Like, you can just take the flanker fly model and something like the Mirage 2000 and just calculate the fly model without changing any parameters at all. Matter of fact, you can just disable all the SCP lines and you can just have a look at the solid lines, which are the lift boundary. And you can see the massive differences in lift between both planes. Like, the only copium is to receive like F-22 and AIM-9X and all the other fancy missiles. That's kind of the only chance there is to get a reworked flanker fly model. Because otherwise, like, the plane is just gonna die completely because there's still a lot of flankers to be added. This guy is an enemy. Harrier, maybe? BJ. I see somebody else. MiG-29, okay. So I think overall, like, currently flankers are doing okay, because Gaijin just gave him an artificial buff, or whatever the fuck. But the thing is, that buff that the flankers received did not really change anything for the better when it comes to slower speeds. Because even right now, the flanker is still a plane that can only get slow once. And that slow speed approach is really good because you have a fuck ton of AOA, right? But it's still a plane that can only afford to get slow once, and that's it. If you do not make that approach count, you're cooked. You're done. Simple as that. So with probably with a more modern cycle of power creep, it's very likely they might rework the fly model. Is this guy gonna run away or what? R60? I guess he was flaring. I think he's getting slow. He's getting a little bit slow. Yeah, he's getting slow. I see a black dot. What the fuck? I have no fucking idea where that came from. Fucking turn off the engine. What an idiot. I fat fingered the wrong thing. Yeah, that's an ally. This is a bad guy. And you guys know what I do to bad guys. I'm gonna get a little bit closer. He's getting shot at already. There he is. Might be an F-15. I was able to get an IR lock from decently far away. So I'm gonna wait for him to get a little bit closer. And go ER. Was an F4. That's a Mirage. Are Mirage allies? They are. Okay, good. I'm getting another pulse Doppler ping from here. There he is. I got the visual. He is shooting at me. I'm just gonna multi-path this one. Aw, Allied got him. Unlucky. That's the ally. And this one is a bad guy. It looks like a Harrier, I think. I'll try to use guns to keep my missiles for something more important. Holy fuck. Okay, well. Completely fucked that up very, very bad. Few shots in. There we go. Who the fuck is shooting at me? No, those are air defenses pings. Dude, I should have just used the fucking R60, I swear. I'm not using the fucking gun sight ever again. Severe damage, there we go. That should hopefully do it. Pulse Doppler, ping to this direction. Aircraft destroyed. Where is the bad guy? There he is. I'm gonna lock him so he knows I'm here. He's turning in. It's an F-16. Come on, dude, fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Yes, fight me.
Follow me.
Interesting tactic. These motherfuckers will have the absolute best planes in the entire bracket by a lot and still manage to fly like retards. All flankers having broken flight models makes me pessimistic about J-16s. Yeah, well, let me tell you something to actually destroy your remaining hopes, or just to remind you what Gaijin has been doing ever since they introduced the flanker. Many of you probably remember how dog shit the flanker flight model has always been ever since release, right? So a flight model so fucking dog shit, it literally just broke all the expectations that people probably had about the flight model. So, didn't even behave the way they should have. Right? We're all familiar with that. Well, guess what? Ever since the flanker was introduced, Gaijin just kept denying every single possible bug report about the plane. And for the longest time, they basically just kept telling us to go fuck ourselves and that the flight model is accurate and that we're coping. Every single bug report about it just got shut down because apparently they found a different source and that the manual itself was not making sense or whatever the fuck. And you know, many of you know that already. Well, even though they were telling us to go fuck ourselves for an entire year, they still gave the flanker flight model an artificial buff.
Attention to the map.
Because Hurricanards are coming, and these, like, Hurricanar flight models are the only ones allowed to be massively made up. And then they gave the flanker flight model an improvised buff. So now, it's a little bit too good at rate fighting. And it's still just as dog shit at slow speeds. Am I talking about the flanker again? Yeah. If you want, you can leave the stream if you don't like me coping. Sorry. So they've been telling us for more than a year that flanker flight model was accurate, and we were all coping. And I don't really expect the flight model changing at all, even if we receive new flankers for China and Russia or whatever. Because there's still a fuck ton of flankers, to be honest. Like, there's still a gigantic amount of potential of different stuff they could add. But like, the flight model basically requires Gaijin to kind of remake it from zero. And I don't think they're gonna do that. At the same time, I don't really think Gaijin even cares about modeling this kind of stuff properly. Mostly because of the fact that they gave the Cobra button to Hurricanards and they can pull a perpetual 50-degree AOA Cobra without any consequences whatsoever, and basically like flight control system doesn't even exist. So they literally, like, with the current state of Hurricanards and how little fucks they give about balancing the game, just kind of makes me convinced that they don't really care about doing this kind of stuff properly. So we just cope. Serial Marauder, yeah. We're coping together. Yeah, well, one thing is coping and refusing to play the game, and another thing is coping and still playing the planes that are dog shit, which I do. So it's not like Eurofighter British mains that complain that Eurofighter is not good enough, despite being second best flight model in the entire game, and they're literally refusing to play.
Торможение. Включено воздушное торможение. Предельная перегрузка.
Also, this is probably gonna sound very fucking cringe, but
Включено воздушное торможение.
I would say my opinion still has a decent bit of weight, because number one, I still do play the game despite complaining all the time, and second of all, I do really fucking well with it. I do very well overall, and I know how to play, I know how things work, and I'm finally getting insanely tired of power creep, so of course I'm gonna complain. Oh, dude, yeah, the SU-30 visual fly model, they even got that fucking thing wrong. It's so dog shit, dude. They literally just copy-pasted SU-33. My friend Dracomine C made every SU-27 report on its introduction patch, and they all got accepted and passed using the SU-27 SK manual. Really? Like, for the longest time, I remember seeing bug reports, Gaijin saying that, hey, it's accurate, and this figure you just told us doesn't make sense for us, or we're just gonna discard it, like the manual itself. Yeah, I know the inconsistencies, like visual inconsistencies of the flanker 3D model, like the SU-30, that is. Like, here's the thing about the flanker. I'm gonna start coping again because it's actually interesting. So, ever since they buffed the flanker, like, the plane is a little bit too good at raid fighting, but overall it feels really accurate. Matches the shards, it behaves really well, it actually feels like the plane is on rails with the AOA button. So, it's still kind of a struggle bus on slow speed, but it's doable. And I'm talking about normal flankers, not the SU-30. So, even after the buffs, the flanker is still a plane that can only afford to get slow once, as I mentioned, right? But I think the problem got even more and more apparent with the SU-30. Because here's my opinion about the SU-30 and how things work and how they're supposed to work. So if you take a look at flankers, they are heavy, yes, but they also have really strong engines to compensate. So you take a look at flankers, they're also really fucking big, and they have a massive surface area. And not only do they have wings, but they also have lifting body. Like, the entire plane is a literal kite. It's literally a kite. So the fact that, oh, the flanker is bad because it's too heavy, I don't think it's really a valid argument, because the surface area of the plane should be producing a lot more lift. So what currently happens is, on the SU-30, because the plane has thrust vectoring and it's kind of designed to perpetually pull tons of AOA at all times, it makes the lifting issue more apparent. Because on the normal flankers, like, you were never really getting that slow to begin with, and when you pull the Cobra, like, the Cobra behaved like a Cobra, and the plane pulled a fuck ton of AOA momentarily, slowed the fuck down, and that was kind of a maneuver you were only allowed to pull off once, basically. However, with the SU-30, the plane is basically completely designed to perpetually pull disgusting amounts of AOA, like it or not. And, well, what people started noticing is that the plane is not changing its momentum quick enough. So it's lacking a lot of lift. So, on the normal flankers, not really a lot of people were pulling like Cobras the entire time, so it's still a plane that kind of had the trick to pull the Cobra once and just fire 73 and whatnot. So it wasn't really like that apparent, because it was really a gimmick. But in the case of the SU-30 with thrust vectoring, like it's basically designed to perpetually pull a disgusting amount of AOA at all times. And so, compared to the normal flankers, it basically translates to pulling a Cobra for like 2 seconds to pulling a perpetual Cobra during the entire time you're at slow speeds. So you will feel like you barely get anything in return for pulling AOA, you get barely anything in return for pulling the stick and whatnot. So it's basically a plane that literally ends up falling out of the sky because it just doesn't have any kind of lift to sustain itself. So I don't really think it's because of the plane's weight. Because if you take a look at the massive surface area it has, like it should generate a fuck ton more lift. Also, automatic extending wing slants, they help at slow speed tremendously. Oh fuck, I have somebody close to me to my right. What? Where? This guy. Or this guy? That's a mirage.
Guide on me.
Предельная перегрузка. Высота. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Высота. Предельная перегрузка.
F-16? No, Hornet.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка.
Ah,
Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен.
unlucky. Oh, I got him. Oh, I remember, now that you mentioned the wing slants, I remember people talking about the flanker having like automatically extended flaps that created more drag than they should. I ended up data mining the files and I didn't really find anything like in the actual flight model itself that had anything to do with automatic flaps. So those automatic flap deployment is literally just cosmetic because it's not affecting the flight model at all.
Move after me.
Yeah, I'm doing 9K. Actually, it looks like a really interesting match because there's a lot of people to shoot at, and there's also a lot of people on my team. And at least for now, we are even on tickets pretty much. Looking fun, actual content, actually worth to stream this fucking match compared to top tier.
Need cover.
Is he gonna engage me? I'm gonna lock him, I'm gonna crank. He is firing. I fire mine, and I keep cranking, and I'm gonna drive that missile towards the ground like this. You can see I'm doing like a corkscrew. My missile hit first, of course. It's in ER, duh. Explosionized. Let's see if I can get a kill without using any indicators at all.
On me.
Fuel is right there. I can barely see it though. Right in front, and the radar down a little bit. There. Make sure to scan the canyon. Look to my right. I see someone there.
Follow me!
Okay, this is an ally. This one is not.
Guide on me!
Uh-huh, here. Oh, just exploded.
To the designated grid zone.
Fuck me, I don't know if that's an enemy or not. I'm gonna have to find out. IFF. That's a mirage, okay.
Follow me! Guide on me! Attention to the map!
Two allies in the canyon. To my right. Or in front. Here, this one. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, he exploded. Holy fuck, dude, nah, this is hard. Literally feel like a US main, no awareness whatsoever. I see one guy chasing another guy. Oh, it's an A10. Kill the A10. Holy fuck, yeah, wow, this guy just ate shit. US mains don't like competition. They don't like when blue or the red team can actually fight back.
Follow me!
Actual waste of oxygen. They should be really fucking thankful that MiG-29 is not even accurate. Aha, found him.
Attention to the map!
Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка.
Where are the US players? They're gone.
Air 070. Height 2,000 meters.
Oh no, he's shooting at me, no! Bro, you're literally on the runway. There's nothing to cover you for.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Oh, you wanna run away? Okay.
Пуск разрешен.
If you don't fight me, you get the missile. That's the rule.
Предельная перегрузка.
That's a Harrier right there on my ass.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Bro is running.
Рубеж возврата. Проверь запас топлива. Рубеж возврата. Рубеж возврата.
Where's the Harrier?
Рубеж возврата. Рубеж возврата.
I see him.
Проверь запас топлива.
Poor guy wants to run away from getting spawn camped. And guess what? Guess what, buddy?
Проверь запас топлива. Рубеж возврата. Рубеж возврата.
Does he see me? No, I doubt it.
Предельный рубеж возврата. Пуск разрешен.
Sun is in the way.
Проверь.
There we go. That's better.
Предельная перегрузка.
Our victory is near.
Проверь запас топлива. Проверь запас топлива.
Dude, having channel loss as a balancing factor is such a dog shit decision. MiG-29 basically missing like 20% of its thrust.
Возврата.
Now the thing is,
Возврата.
they use channel loss as a balancing factor, so to say. So it basically means that the planes, they just basically tune the flight model to be more draggy or less draggy depending on the current channel loss or whatever the fuck. But the main issue is, even if they get the sustained turn rate and whatnot accurate,
Возврата.
having such a bad channel loss means that the plane cannot sit on its engines as well. Because, you know, if you're flying at super low speeds, like, the drag is not as dramatic. So if this thing was more draggy but had the better engines, it would actually have better slow speed performance.
Проверь
I can bet. Gonna notch this guy, or
рубеж возврата.
getting shot at from multiple angles right now.
Предельная перегрузка. Проверь запас топлива. Рубеж возврата. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен.
Go R60 of justice.
Проверь запас топлива. Проверь запас топлива. Проверь запас
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get cooked, aren't I?
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Высота. Высота. Переведи в набор. Высота. Высота. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Включено воздушное торможение. Предельный угол атаки. Предельный угол атаки. Скорость предельная. Скорость предельная. Предельный угол атаки. Скорость предельная. Предельный
This guy is actually stupid. He could have just used guns.
предельный угол атаки.
And I'm out of fuel.
Переведи в набор. Предельный угол атаки. Переведи
Actually stupid.
в набор. Предельный
Okay, it's still kind of worth it to spawn in again. Hold on. No. Fuck it. We go. Hello, Notan. So unironically weird to hear my native language along with English conversation. And which language is that? Those are air defenses pings. Use TWS head on to look further. Russian. Rita speaks Russian. Oh.
Attention to the map. Need cover.
Okay, this guy's very high up. His fate is already sealed. Both of them are high up. So, we're gonna remember, let them remember what bias is all about. Oh. Severe damage. Bro, who the fuck did I even lock? I was locking this guy and ended up killing this guy. I'll take it, I guess. I'm gonna take a look at who this guy is. Is it enemy or no? Ally. That actually scared me a little bit. Stupid. Hacks. Yeah, did you see that? Like, I fired the ER and it transferred lock into the missile he fired. But then I used the HMD to lock the guy. He exploded and I ended up killing the guy that was behind them. Oh. Oh, it's a phantom. I'm gonna kill this phantom with an ER before he gets away. Because there's somebody else coming. Aw. Please hit. Fuck, he saw it. Nice Cobra. Have fun slamming around. Okay, well, now I have 2 missiles. And not only are they 2 missiles, they're very fucking dogshit missiles. But keep in mind, at this bracket, only America gets the good things. They're the only ones allowed to have good stuff. Because otherwise, how do you expect to sell premium vehicles to US LARPers that expect their hardware to be completely unbeatable? Uh-oh, that's a Fakur, I think. Guess what, buddy? It missed. Do a vertical loop like this. That way I can stay inside the notch and avoid the Fakurs, and I'm gonna kill this A10. He seems to be distracted with something else. Magic 2 though, well guess what? Fucking Mirage has a better flight model and better missiles too. Well, except for the little weird 530Ds, which are good, but explosion. And also the Mirage, it's a lower bracket. I think the only reason why the Mirage isn't higher up in BR is because very low combat endurance. So it only has 4 missiles. They're good. Has good avionics. Really good flight model. But I think it's lower BR mostly because of the combat endurance. It only has 2+2, which is not really good. Okay, I have enough flares to force maybe a couple merges, some missiles, and a little bit of fuel I can take care of enough to just loiter around for a little bit longer. Getting some pings from my right, very close. Might be the guy that's above the clouds. Something really close to me. I don't see anything. Oh, there he is. There he is, there he is, there he is. I was getting kind of the background radiation from his radar. I'm gonna lock him, see if he panics. I need him to turn around. See, this is one of the things that makes MiG-29 so fucking annoying. You have no fuel whatsoever to chase anyone or anything. He's just launching all his shit. Well, I guess I won't be able to loiter around anymore. I just have to RTV. Okay, gonna try this R60. Maybe.
Рубеж возврата.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. IRTV then. "17 and 2, it genuinely doesn't feel like it. I feel like I've barely gotten any kills whatsoever. There's the runway.
Включено воздушное торможение. Включено воздушное торможение. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельный включено воздушное торможение. Крен налево. Крен налево. Включено воздушное торможение.
Gonna hop in, tiki it twice, and go to bed. Go for it. I don't care. Only stat padders would care. And I'm not a stat padder. And the best argument I have to prove that I'm not a stat padder is the fact that I just J out whenever I run out of fuel to rearm faster. I don't give a fuck about KD. Only thing I care about is just killing them. Okay, we're not doing really well on tickets. We don't have enough homies doing PvE. Actually, we don't have enough homies at all.
Attention to the map!
Me when AI kills get added to KD. Not on StatShark. On StatShark, they do not. So if you wanna get a more accurate reading if somebody's a stat padder or not, just use StatShark. I'll go to capture point. This time I have to play the objective if I want to win. Not only do I stat, but I also boost. What do I mean boost? Getting a pulse Doppler ping from my right here. This is the guy.
Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Depth towards the deck.
Предельная перегрузка.
Somebody, cover me!
Высота. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная
Bonk.
Предельная перегрузка.
Boosted lobbies have people feed me kills for rank and stats. Oh. Oh, that's what you mean by boosting. Yeah, okay.
Предельная перегрузка.
Kind of like what the Chinese did and what basically motivated Gaijin to nuke the sim economy. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. Somebody else in front of me.
Предельная перегрузка.
Did he just explode? This is somebody else. Pretty sure. Yeah. That guy must have exploded because that was just an ally who passed near me. Ding, 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 ding.
Attention to the map!
Пуск разрешен. Крест направо. Предельная перегрузка.
Go R60, I believe in you.
The enemy is winning.
No R60, no. See, because of that fucking R60, I couldn't save my ally. Literally.
Пуск разрешен.
Try another one. Bonk. Nice.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
That's a Mirage. Okay, it's an ally. This radar log is from the ground battle. Oh, hold on.
Предельная перегрузка.
Hold on.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to my Mirage buddy to kill him. Yeah. Mirage should be fast enough to catch him anyway. Yeah, I need to go capture point.
Предельная перегрузка.
Where is this guy? There he is.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Высота. Предельная перегрузка.
Should have told your country to make better missiles.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Somebody to my right again. Around 20 kilometers out. 15. There. It's gotta be a Hornet, right? I'm not notching this one. Actually surprised that thing tracked so well on the deck. Well. I'm joining your lobby to views. Where are you? Ooh, Pookie is here. Yeah, we win. Polai Bidule is here. So we're gonna win for sure. For real, for real, for real. I just checked your stats on StatChart. You don't need to stat back. You're literally the best player of the month. Yep. According to statistics, I'm apparently the best.
Attention to the map. Affirmative.
He is firing. So, I will return the favor. The corkscrew of death.
On me. Attention to the designated grid zone.
We have 3 in Parachute of Contemplation. They're contemplating if they want to keep playing or not. That's a bunch of AI. This seems to be a player. Wait, this guy is going way too slow. It might be an A10, but I don't see... Okay, there he is.
Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка.
Cut throttle so he cannot launch 9M. Yeah, he better not fucking launch 9M when he's already falling towards the ground.
Высота.
I just got an RWR ping from my right.
Высота. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная.
I think I just heard 9M fly by. Oh, motherfucker.
Перегрузка.
Couldn't multipath in time. Hmm.
Крест налево. Предельный угол атаки. Скорость правого двигателя. Предельный
Shh.
угол атаки.
Fuck. I was looking at the dot that was above him. I didn't know it was him on the deck. Fuck my life. I need to log in. I'm dying too much. Hello everyone, Sin, I have a question. Is there any video screenshot of up-to-date video settings you're using? You go to options, graphics, put absolutely everything on maximum except for cockpit reflections. And I use FXAA HQ. No DLSS, no super sampling, nothing like that. As for post effect settings, like everything is vanilla, like everything is disabled. Color correction none, lens flare enabled everywhere because I think they look cool. Ghosts are a fucking eyesore, so I just disable them. Done mapping default, and that's it. We are losing. Shitter spotted. Here.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки.
Core 60 of justice. Oh, he exploded.
Высота.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Предельная перегрузка. Высота. Предельная перегрузка.
SNF-14.
Перегрузка. Пуск разрешен.
No, fuck, that's a mirage.
Move after me. Excuse me!
Высота. Высота.
Just wasted my ER.
Предельная перегрузка.
That looks like a phantom. It's probably gonna get shit on by the SPA right now. Might be an AI plane. It is.
Attention to the map.
Who is this person?
Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен.
Explosion ice.
Предельная перегрузка.
Huh?
Предельная
Oh, here. There we go, that's an enemy. Lock him, maybe he reacts. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I want you. I want you to react. Your death is imminent.
Пуск разрешен. Скорость предельная. Пуск разрешен. Скорость предельная. Скорость предельная.
R60 of Doom.
Предельная перегрузка.
Yep.
Рубеж возврата.
I go land.
Предельная перегрузка. Проверь запас топлива.
I love how we might get stealth at the end of the year. Well, I don't love it. I'm not excited at all. Like, fucking high tier gameplay is literally on the verge of committing suicide. And these motherfuckers just keep rushing like the last thing ever they could possibly add over and over and over again without fixing the fucking game. Electronic warfare, I don't really know if it's gonna be like relevant. Well, I don't really know exactly how it works. Exactly, or how would it be implemented. I've kind of seen like a few clips specifically from DCS, kind of have an idea how the ECM is gonna work. Like, you'll be able to kind of prevent people from launching way too far away at you and shit like that, but no idea how effective it's gonna be in War Thunder or how relevant. Something that some people have also told me is that Russian jammers are insanely powerful compared to basically everything else, which sounds interesting. But knowing Gaijin, they're just probably gonna make everything like balanced and equal. Cookie, why are we losing? Like, we have the better players, why are we losing? Oh, that's right, our planes don't have any multi-role capability, that's why. So they can maintain full air-to-air potential, while we actually have to take a dedicated plane to do the same thing. And our planes are worse, and our avionics are worse, and our short-range missiles are worse, and everything is worse. And the A-10C exists. As far as I know, like, the MiG-29 also has built-in jammers, like somewhere in the hump they have some ECM equipment or something like that. Once they get 5th gens out, they really will have to slow down and start refining everything at that point. Well, that's a good hope. Motherfuck, I'm getting killed point blank. I'm getting killed point blank, aren't I? Huh. What plane is that? Whatever it is, this motherfucker is gonna eat shit. Okay, he just did. Drop the fuel tanks. Come on, motherfucker, where are you? Is that him? I don't think that's him. It was, yeah. Fucking shitter. Actual loser. Okay, this guy is in the cons. You know what I do to control LARPers? They get murdered. My missile missed. Those are Fakurs, I think. Yeah. No, they were not. I wish I had a modern RWR that would tell me the kind of threat it's firing at me. You know, like every single one of their planes had. Or you know, well, okay, maybe Soviet avionics were too dogshit in this era, like in the 80s, which is understandable. So, I wish these planes had worse technology, but they also had like something better to offer in order to keep them competitive, like, you know, a non-dog shit missile for dogfighting. US players are a fucking plague, dude. I will never ever not hate these motherfuckers. I really hope we get F-22 and only F-22 as the only 5th gen. So only US has the 5th gen for like at least 2 patchers or something like that. Because if that happens, it will only motivate me to get even better at the game so I can keep violating them. That way also maybe they will actually play the game mode. Where's the ally? Okay, the ally is above, it's a Mirage. I'm not gonna fire the ER because it's a furball and they're very close to each other. He's gonna keep chasing him. This guy is slowing down a little bit too much. Oh, he just died. Okay, good. This is an A-10. I'm gonna crank a little bit. Dip. Start dipping, 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 dipping. Well, I'll use my second one. EJ dead. This is an A-10. MiG-29, yeah, I love this plane, but also hate it. I love it, but hate it. You wanna see something funny? Look at the scoreboard. 26 US shitters dead. Ah! Lock him on radar, see if he reacts. Come here, motherfucker. It's an F-20. He's blacked out, he's blacked out, he's blacked out. Go R60, go, go, go. Oh. Go at it. Go at it, funny missile. Who's this? Mirage? Yep. I'm more interested in how they'll implement those missiles Yeah, well, they're gonna be completely unfavorable. I would assume maybe they're just gonna gimp the Seekers to, you know, give them a little bit of counterplay. Because otherwise it's gonna be actual pure cancer. Like the very moment we get the modern IR missiles, like Mika is just gonna kill everything. Because by this point, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people are already familiar with Mika and its performance, right? So it's a really, really fast missile with a decent bit of range, and most important of all is thrust vectoring with a very violent acceleration. That just basically means that if you fire that thing, like, people are not gonna have any time to react whatsoever. We're also gonna assume it's completely unflareable, which it probably will be. So it's gonna have no counterplay. And at the same time, it basically has kind of similar kinematics to R27, no, the R24T, between R24 and 27ER, something like that. So the kinematics are still like really dreadable, really, really powerful. And you know, it's gonna be the IR missile with almost the best range in the game. After that, I would say the ASRAM, but I don't think the ASRAM is gonna have like that much range. It's a very lightweight missile. So, very lightweight also means very low momentum. And momentum transfers into energy, and energy transfers into range. So I don't really think
Move after me.
the ASRAM is gonna have like that much range compared to everything else. Don't know. If the Seekers are not massively gimped, they're just gonna be completely cancer. And then people are probably gonna ask for, I don't know, maybe multi-path reduction again in order to keep people away. Okay, these two guys are taking off. I'm gonna be a good Samaritan and I'm gonna spawn camp them. This guy is locking me. I'm gonna turn away, drop chaff once, use the terrain to confuse his targeting system. I notch his shit. Oh, what the fuck? He's lost visual, maybe. Okay, well, if you run away, you get the missile. Easy as that. Hunk. Somebody else going behind. Okay, Pookie got the kill, it's fine. Here's the other guy. I have no fuel, so I have to make this quick. Use the canyon for cover. There he is. Harrier. I think it's a Harrier. Oh no, a Phantom, yeah. Okay, Pookie saw him. Yep, there we go. He got clapped.
Returning to the airfield.
No fuel, so I dig out.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't really know what kind of stuff they're gonna do for implementing those missiles into at least the current dogshit gameplay we have. Because if we receive Micah IR, let's imagine we receive Micah IR. On Sim, at least, I'm just gonna take Rafale and fly radar off the entire time. because I have HMD that completely, well, immediately IFFs for me. If I see a fucking black dot, I'm just gonna log up the IRST, which is also the best IRST in the entire game, because Rafale. And I'm just gonna be slinging those fucking missiles from 20, 30 kilometers away towards people. They will never get a warning, and they're just gonna explode. And GG. Like, it's literally very easy to just grief the entire fucking game with those. That's a disgusting amount of contacts all over the place. There seems to be these two guys together or something. I don't know what that missile is, but I'm not gonna gamble it being a fuck war. Oh, he just died. I didn't really know what it was. Rather not take my chances. Aha. Ugh, what the fuck? Too much shit going on. Where's the other one? Pretty sure there was a phantom I merged with. Oh, he's on my ass apparently. Flare. Uh-oh. Multipath. There we go. Pretty sure I hit the button, but the missile didn't fire. Okay, there we go. R60? No. It's going a little bit too fast. I have another one on my ass, dude. Oh, he's like quite literally on my ass. Okay, one down. Where's the other one? Oh, he's dead. What happened, buddy? Who killed you? Oh no. Broker. How many of these motherfuckers were there, dude? Wow, get fucked, retard. Honestly, yeah, I'm really in favor of multi-pad reduction. Because I know how to notch. And more specifically, I came up with vertical notch. And that thing is just gonna have absolutely everyone coping, because nobody's ever gonna be able to just get close to me or any of the people that know the technique. Like, oh, you're playing Denmark and multipathing? Well, guess what? Fucking R77 from outer space. It's just gonna get slammed. Dude, there was probably like 5 or 6 motherfuckers in there. Like, when I fired that last missile, I heard gunshots behind me, and I assumed it was the guy that was burning. But there was another guy, apparently. Skill issue. Should have played a plane with better awareness, unlike Soviet stuff. But you know what? Scoreboard. Some motherfucker's gonna look at this and say the MiG-29 is overpowered. Okay, this thing right here seems to be an
Предельная перегрузка.
8-10. No, hold on.
Предельная перегрузка.
Okay, that was a missile. Cool.
Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен.
27 ER. There's a couple guys dogfighting somewhere. Here, I think. A10 is dead.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная
Now here I have to find out who is who. That's an ally.
предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Then who is this? That's an enemy.
Предельная перегрузка.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Перегрузка. Высота.
Cool. They're literally being spoon-fed the fucking win. Look at the amount of fuckers that have 0 kills. None of them have a single double-digit amount of kills. They're barely shooting down AI either. All they're doing is just dropping GPU 39s, which, well, they happen to have 20 of them. And like, doesn't really look like they're bombing a lot either. And they're just winning by virtue of playing American planes. Wow, look, they're being spoon-fed the kills because they carried 29 of those things. Well, 20 of those things.
Предельная перегрузка.
Really cool. That bomb's gotta be like the most dogshit addition they could have ever introduced, at least for this game mode. Who the fuck is who? No, I'm blacked out. Okay, there you go. Just in time.
Предельный угол атаки.
Fuck you.
Высота. Предельная перегрузка. Высота. Предельный угол атаки.
How the fuck is he still alive? I fucking hate this dude.
Высота. Предельный угол атаки. Высота.
That is so fucking stupid.
Well done.
Предельная перегрузка.
Now who's this? Identify yourself. Enemy. Have fun.
Пуск разрешен. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Should have multi-passed the ER.
Рубеж возврата. Предельная перегрузка. Проверь запас топлива. Рубеж возврата.
Tickets are kinda close. Really looks like it, yeah. I'll go for the capture.
Рубеж возврата.
Attack the D-point.
Перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Somebody 25 kilometers away.
Запас топлива. Проверь запас топлива.
Where? Right there.
Проверь запас
Right there. There he is. I'm just gonna get into flat terrain. Let him get close.
On me!
Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Рубеж возврата.
On me!
Проверь запас топлива.
Oh, somebody is dogfighting, I think. Or that's the SPAA.
Запас топлива. Предельная рубеж возврата. Предельная перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка. Рубеж
Follow me.
предельная
Guy on
перегрузка.
me! Somebody, cover me!
On me.
Проверь запас топлива. Проверь запас топлива. Предельная перегрузка. Проверь запас топлива. Предельный угол атаки. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Пуск разрешен. Пуск разрешен. Высота.
Well done.
Предельная
I die again here.
Предельная рубеж возврата. Предельная
Oh.
перегрузка. Предельная перегрузка.
Okay. Well, 379. I'm not gonna bother spawning in again. Everyone playing France because every single person and their mother knows that Russian planes are so fucking gimped. Not worth playing. I make it look easy, I make it look good, but it's not. It's a fucking piece of shit. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. I'm bored. See you guys around. missing 20% of its thrust. Very cool.